Welcome.
Hi there everybody, I'm Thoughtcake, and in case you've forgotten, because I know I most definitely have, I make videos on this here wonderful platform known as YouTube. The lack of content in the last few months has my channel feeling as dry as an Arizona summer morning. What even goes on in Arizona anyways? So this video here is to at least provide an update and let the people who love the content know what's going on, as well as some other yapping. Wow, I finally have a series for yapping, which is crazy because I love to yap and talk for hours. Most people get annoyed by how much I talk to, but I don't care. I just love to yap. I'm sorry. Anyways, we'll start with the channel update. For starters, I wouldn't say that I quit working on content or got lazy with working. I was recently talking with a friend and I mentioned how I got bored writing videos. However, I didn't go into much detail about this boredom. I just told them like, hey, no, I'm bored, but I wouldn't say it's a complete boredom. I would say since my Amazon video, I've been struggling with the writer's burnout. Like sometimes I'll get this super huge energy to come up with a topic to write about, research, and even prep for writing. But during the writing process itself, I'll get halfway through the video and overthink it by wondering, hey, is this a dumb topic? Or will this even be slightly entertaining to listen to? I've even had thoughts like, wow, this one video I did was produced, written, and recorded amazingly, but this current video I'm working on isn't giving me the same energy. I've had multiple videos I've been working on since like December of 2023 that I've figuratively just crumpled up and just thrown to the side. Even with the Gypsy Rose video I did, I still felt uncomfortable during the writing process and I nearly gave up. That doesn't mean the content I work on is bad, but it's something I monitor when I'm in the production stages or the writing stage of the video I'm currently working on. Anxiety is a silent killer, and while anxiety silently kills me, I'm glad I can push through most times because I don't want to quit working on content. When I made this channel, I decided from that day forward that I'm done quitting and I'll keep pushing myself forward. I don't make this content for all the future sponsorships and YouTube monies or for 1 million subscribers. I make it because I want to get on the internet when I'm off the grid in my 50s or 60s in some wood cabin or whatever and see people be like, hey, remember that Thoughtcake guy? I loved his videos. They were sort of educational, but they were also sort of entertaining. I liked his energy. He felt like this cool teacher or whatever. So I definitely have not quit for those of you that really love the channel. And speaking on the future, I want to at least upload once a month. Twice would be good, but I work on a lot of long form content. And by long form, I mean like 2 weeks writing, recording, editing, not 2-hour plus videos or anything like that. Although I would like to get better at doing that type of content one day. One piece of content I feel like I butchered was when I talked about the album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I feel like I could have done that video so much better, but I guess I didn't necessarily know how to talk about it as well as I thought I did. So I'd love to get better on things such as long form content and entertainment such as that. Also, I would like to remind people that I focus on topics such as sports, video games, music, TV, movies, and social media, also obscure topics. Like, this channel doesn't have one specific theme, and in the future that is the type of content that will be uploaded here. I don't necessarily have a roadmap, but I do have 23 or 26 topics that are lined up for future videos. More so, I want to make videos that people would actually want to see. Whatever is provocative and gets the people going, you know? Anyways, that does it for this channel update, but I didn't want to just make a video yapping about my lack of YouTube content. I got other things I want to talk about. So, it finally happened. We can stop our parents from talking about Jay-Z and Nas or Tupac and Biggie. The biggest beef has officially started and sort of ended. 11 years after Kendrick Lamar's Control verse that shocked the rap world and numerous back and forth sneak disses, Kendrick and Drake have taken off the gloves. Boy, when I tell you, this is what Phil Collins felt in the air. The smell from what The Rock was cooking, the anger that inspired Frieza's hate for Saiyans. This beef was nothing but pure, unadulterated hatred. And I'm here for it. Now, me personally, I didn't choose a single side. I've been a Drake fan since Thank Me Later, and that was when I was like in the 7th grade. And I've been a Kendrick fan since Good Kid, Mad City. So you can't tell me to pick a side, man. It's too hard. It's too hard, bro. However, this beef has been pretty one-sided. It's like knowing your favorite sports team plays a game today, and after hours of anticipation, you watch it, and then they get blown out by 40. Drake had an early lead with his song Push-Ups, which I thought was his best track this whole entire beef. Like, I'm sorry, nothing comes close to Metro shut your whole ass up and make some drums. Like, oh, he killed him, bro. And then it went downhill. I find it crazy that Drake said he was big in Japan, and then unfortunately ended up getting nuked like 1942 Japan. Mind you, we had to wait 2 weeks for Kendrick to respond, but in the meantime, we got a Rick Ross track? Rick Ross? Which made me go like, oh, was I supposed to care? Drake gave you Aston Martin music and diced pineapples. At the same time, I get why he replied, because Drake started it, but I didn't really care too much for that diss. Sorry? Then Kanye got involved, and that really pissed me off. Because who even invited you? Nobody likes you. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Kanye's music. Shit, I'd start stripping like Magic Mike if they played Runaway in the club. But nobody is looking for a Kanye West opinion in 2024. You aren't invited. Go home. Then Kendrick finally responds, and then this is when everything starts to feel like Ozai versus Aang. First, Kendrick starts toying with him, and I'm like, oh, Drake, wake up. It's time to steal his lunch money and his shoes. Go bully him. Then Kendrick responds again, and that's when the Michael Myers theme starts to intensify, because you know Drake is about to die, right? But you're denying it. So then Drake drops Family Matters, which honestly is also a good song. I mean, let's not act like Drake didn't do a single thing in this beef now. I mean, hey, he destroyed the Good Kid, Mad City van and pretty much cooked that entire track. It's pretty much neck and neck at this point. That was until Meet the Grams dropped. Now listen, I don't care if this is fake and fabricated or whatever the case is. This was the song where Drake officially lost. It's an evil ass song. Like, this is what would play if Mario went to go fight Bowser with no power-ups, or someone asked if you got some chips and you handed him a bag of salt and vinegar. This is that evil. Bro, he called out his son, his dad, and mom, then called Drake a habitual liar. He spawn camped Drake, got on the mic and said, oh yeah, your ass, go find another hobby, and started teabagging him. Then Kendrick dropped another song. And at this point in the beef, Kendrick's fucking Fortnite dancing on him while Drake is spectating. Kendrick really told that man that all the women he really likes are in the VIP section at Chuck E. Cheese's. Like, I seen Ja Rule's career get burnt to a crisp, but this is embarrassing. Then Drake's down 100, but decides to throw out, LOL, your wife still hates you. And guess what? Your mom's a victim. At first, I thought the song was decent. Then I listened again and I'm like, oh, this is what he said. Okay. Drake, he called you the rap game's Christopher Columbus, told you that R. Kelly passed the torch down to you, and told your son that you're a disappointment of a father, and this is what you respond with? I mean, GG's, bro. Okay. Drake! They're putting you in pedophile edits on Twitter, Drake! Drake! They're putting you next to Epstein! Do something different! They're calling you the Drizzler! That's even worse than the Diddler, or whatever the fuck Josh Giddey does. Drake, get up! So, it's pretty safe to say that Drake lost, but you know who really won? The fans. As cliche as it sounds, we didn't have to wait 2 to 3 years for new Drake or Kendrick music. They just both kept annoyingly dropping out of hatred. But we got some new music, right? I mean, shit, some artists can't even do that. I'm looking at you, Playboy Cardi, Frank Ocean, Childish Gambino. I don't think this is necessarily over to both Kendrick and Drake just yet. Well, especially not Drake, since he keeps posting Instagram stories about it. But for the majority of the fans, it's pretty much done. I don't think there's any more Kendrick could say, and it's pretty much burnt cookies from this point forward. But I'm glad I got to live in a time period where I witnessed rap beef that was better than Biggie and Pac. Well, without the murder, because that's insane. But it's still good hatred. So, to Drake and Kendrick, thank you for entertaining us. Other than that, outside of those two things, I don't really have anything else to talk about. I went to the NFL draft recently, and while I would talk about that, I didn't really do much but be overwhelmed by the amount of people and get foot cramps for 2 days straight. And to Brad Holmes, you should have traded up because my feet were fucking hurting, man. Food was good though. Also, go Lions. Anyways, I may make this series an occasional thing where if I'm content blocked, I can just go on this yapping session, which makes this more like a podcast, even though it's not a podcast. However, that's gonna do it for me. I'll catch you guys on the flip side with more videos soon. And I mean it this time. Soon, okay? So, until then, stay safe, drink water, and I'll see you later. Sayonara.
Goodbye.